What's happening, everybody? Rico here, Feds and Flips, with another after sourcing video. Hit several um, thrift stores. It was all thrift stores, resale stores, which is pretty much the same thing. I hit a few today, which is not going to be the day that this probably gets uploaded. Um, but yeah, I think I got some decent deals. Not a lot of big money items, but I definitely think I'm going to be able to make profit off of everything. So go through it. New sealed in package Black and Decker battery. Um, this might fit some tools that I have, but I got it because it was only $4, and I'm pretty sure that these go for $12 to $15 on sale. So you know, might make $8 to $10 on that. Mandela effect, not the case. This is the Berenstain Bears, not the Berenstein Bears. Little crayon box with some of the crayons in it, and it's got a sharpener. Interesting, they had $3 on it, and then they had a sticker for 25. I asked them which one is the good one, and they went with the 25 cents. This is why I grabbed it. I have no idea what this is worth anything, but for 25 cents, it was worth a grab to potentially resell. If not, it's the Berenstain Bears. It was pretty collectible. I bought two more freaking hats. This one, nice Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it's embroidered on the back, but screen print on the front. Nickelodeon tag, 2013 version, so not vintage Turtles by any means, but it is the Turtles, so that'll go good. 50 cents each for the hats. Again, $1 for two hats, considering I was paying 2 and 4 from this morning's vintage haul. If you saw that video, where I picked up some old vintage hats. This one looks like it's in really good shape, and you would almost think it's new. It's Anvil, which is, but it's Operation Enduring Freedom, military anti-terrorist task force hat. Now, I've been grabbing a lot of military memorabilia hats and T-shirts lately, so I saw this, had to pick it up. Again, 50 cents, so $1 for the two hats. Can't go wrong. I could probably get at least 15 for this hat. I might list it at 20 and accept offers. I don't know. This one, because it's military and it's not necessarily highly circulated and out there, this might be one of those $25 hats. And then I got to look at if I want to keep a lot of the military memorabilia and maybe display it. So we'll see. Texas Instrument calculators. I've seen several people. Commonwealth Picker grabs Texas Instruments calculators all the time, but he's a lot smarter than I am when it comes to these things, or in general, because he's a teacher, so he's always smarter than me, period. But he's always grabbing Texas Instrument calculators, so I figured, what the heck, for $1, let's grab it and, throw it up and see if I can get $10 out of it. Nice color block, extra large Sean John polo, blue and kind of a burnt orange. This might do well here in Texas because that blue is kind of the Texas Longhorns color, but the orange is, but the blue isn't. So I don't know. But I got this. I think this was like maybe $1. So $15. Maybe Poshmark for that. Couple of Smurfs that I didn't look at well enough when I grabbed them. It was in a new store. Had something else going on that I was supposed to be meeting someone to drop some stuff off, and I needed to kill a little bit of time, so I popped into this one store and was walking around, and I got distracted by the VHS, but I saw these, ended up grabbing them. Because I have one that I've got listed that's a vintage Smurf. These are not vintage. 2011, 2013 McDonald's toys. I think I paid maybe $3. I have to look at the receipt. We'll say $3. I think like $1.50 each. So I might lot these together and try to get or maybe pull the other listing of the vintage one I have, lot the three of them together, so one vintage, two extras, and see if I can get like 10-15 bucks out of them. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on shoes and seeing a lot of people reselling shoes. So watching videos for people who are selling, reselling brand new, unworn Nikes, and then guys like Rally Roots, and Rally Roots does it, but Harry Tornado buys a lot of shoes at flea markets and everything. He'll pick them up for anywhere from $5 to $20, and usually sells them pretty well. I bought a pair. I have no idea how well they're going to do. They are vintage. I want to say 90s. Nike Air. I have to relook at the exact Air Tempo, something like that. Air Up Tempos. Nike Up Tempos. But they're freaking monsters. Their size is, I don't know, because they're such a big size. There might be someone out there that just really needs these because they can't find them in this size because they're so big. It's 17 and a half. It's a freaking monster. It's like a Shaquille O'Neal freaking shoe. I don't know what size he wears. Basketball, but they're in okay shape. I mean, if you look at the treads aren't bad. There's some wear on the sidewalls here, but the midsoles, but the leather's not terrible. And then the inside, the wear on the inside is very, very minimal. They still got some padding in there, so a little pulling on the sides here, but $8 for a size 17 and a half shoe. They could be worth $150 in this condition. I'm gonna clean them up, try to scrub them down a little bit, get some of the black dirt off of here. I don't think any of that I think that's just scraping on the actual rubber, but they could be worth $100 to $150 as is. But at $8, if I can get $50 for these things shipped, I'd feel pretty satisfied with that deal. So we'll see. We'll double check comps again and price them competitively, and price them according to their condition. See what we get. And then I went crazy on VHS tapes. So you buy a VCR earlier in the day, you end up turning around and buying a bunch of VHS tapes. I don't know why. I do know why. One of the stops was 5 for $1. So I wanted one in particular, which was this Schwarzenegger The Sixth Day. It says previewed, but it's sealed. So basically resealed by Blockbuster. But the other thing is, I don't know. Oh no, it is resealed, completely resealed. So here's another one. Wasn't paying full attention. I saw the sticker on here and thought, even though it's been resealed, that it might have been resealed but still new, never viewed. But as I look closer on this sticker, which I didn't while I was there, my fault, I can see that it's actually been cut. So this is definitely 100% previewed. So probably not worth anything at all. I say anything, I mean, as a sealed game, VHS, there's a chance that you can try to get big money for it, but not. But again, I needed to get 5 just to do $1 because I didn't feel like digging out any change. I recently sold a brand new sealed version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I was going to keep it for my own collection shelf and decided not to. I ended up selling that. It was a dollar pickup. I sold it for it basically ended up, after shipping and fees, it was about $50. So I saw this and I was like, I need to pick this up now and put it in my collection as a reminder of that great deal. So one of the reasons I ended up buying some of these other VHS with it. I got this one just because I don't even know if it's worth anything, but it's great. And I know some of the older exercise videos might do okay. I got to look up the comp on this, but it's Richard frickin' Simmons sweating to the oldies. I mean, that's vintage greatness right there. And then that $5 for $1, old 50s classics cartoons. This might be if I can get $5 out of this, great. And then Indiana Jones, I'm a huge fan. I might actually watch this to test the VCR that I bought, make sure it works. I might actually throw this in and take a night and watch it. We'll see. Worst case scenario, looking at trying to have a yard sale really soon. I can put all these VHS tapes in the yard sale for $1, and then I'd make my money back. This one's probably going to go on the shelf as a collector. I'm a huge old martial arts flick person. This box is really beat up, so I don't think it's going to be worth a whole lot. These were like $1 a piece at this other. It's weird. You go to some thrift stores and you can get a VHS tape for 25 cents, 10 cents, 5 for $1. You go to others and they're like $1 a piece. I don't know how they figure out their costing when they're making their decisions, but it is what it is. So, Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, old school favorite. I don't know. I mean, I've seen that so many times. That's another one I might throw in there and watch in the VHS format just for nostalgic periods. This one is X-Men Night of the Sentinels. It's a 2-volume set, volume 1 and 2. They only had volume 1, which sucks. It's obviously pre-owned. The box has got a lot of wear on it, a lot of wear on the edges. So it's not in the greatest of conditions. But I still might be able to put this online. $1 pickup. I might be able to get upwards to $10 on this if I'm lucky. We'll see. The next two I got, and I'm going to attempt to get big money on. Thinking about the collector's market and what people are looking at for collectability. Hulk Hogan, Mr. Nanny, 1993. Yeah, copyright 1993. New, 100% sealed, because if you look at the bottom, it's actually got the stamp for Warner Home Video. So I'm pretty sure this is a new sealed. Or is that Warner Home Video? Is this a reseal? I'm gonna have to do some research on this. This might be a reseal. Shoot. I'll have to double check. Because this is New Line Home Video. Crap. So pros and cons and things to look at. Just because it's sealed doesn't mean that it is brand new. Sometimes it's hard to tell. This one, gauging by the seal, and in looking at the seal, it's a really tight seal. So if you look at some of, like this one, it's obviously the marking on the 6-day, the tape piece here tells you that it's a reseal. But this one there's a good chance this might be original seal and not a reseal. But the more I look at it, the more I'm seeing things that might say that it's a reseal, which sucks, because if that's a reseal, that's another one that the value drops significantly, and that hurts. I mean, I didn't pay a lot for these at all. Even at $1 a piece, it's not like I'm breaking the bank like for anything that I purchased. But this brand new seal, and this one definitely looks 100% factory seal. I could I can put this on eBay and ask $70 to $100 and say, go get it graded by one of the grading companies. They're going to grade it at an 8 or higher, and that could throw the value up into the 3, 4, 500 range or more. So if I list it for 100 and take an offer for 50, I'm happy, because that's paying $1 or less for these. So this one, positive factory seal. If I get what I think, like I said, if I can get at least $50 out of this, that basically pays for everything that I've shown so far, and probably puts money back in my pocket. The other two not being original seals, I'm probably not going to get a whole lot out of those that I was initially thinking I would. And then here's one of my fun scores for today. Started off, I think this was at the $1 VHS tape store. At one point, the green VHS ET was selling for a ton of money, and I think that's gone down significantly to the point where it's like any other VHS tape, unless it is sealed, which this is obviously not. $5.50 at some point. That's not what I paid for it today. Again, it was maybe $1 at the most. But it's ET. I think I have a copy of ET already on my collector shelf. So this is one, I don't know if I'm going to keep this and display it as part of the collection, because I love ET, grew up with it. It was a great movie. Or if I'm going to bundle this. This is like 1988. I'm going to bundle this and sell it together. So movie, VHS, book. It is a paperback, but copyright 1982. Paperback book. I got to look back on what I paid for this, because this was at a thrift store that did online selling and reselling, so their prices were marked up, full online asking price, but some of the stuff was half off, and both of these items were half off. So got that at that place, and then ET himself. Heavy bass, smacking his butt here. The tag's a little beat up, but it does have some information on it. I have no idea what this guy is worth. I'm guessing probably at least $20. I got him for like $8. If I sell him and get $20 off of him, again, pays for a good portion of the stuff I saw, because the thrift stores I went to did not break the bank at all. But where I think I can max value if I resell is if I put this together. Vintage Stuffy with the VHS with the book. I think I could list this for somewhere around $50 and potentially entertain offers on that. Because this is a 3-piece that you normally don't see. And if you find a ET fan and a collector, definitely might catch their attention and put a bid in on it. Even though you could probably get each one of these things individually cheaper, the one-shot deal of putting them all together for $50 could be enticing enough. Or more, like I said, or less. I don't know. I've got to do a little bit more sourcing. I was trying to look up prices at some of these locations, but honestly, because I'm still a new reseller, I'm still a little hesitant to actively and openly have my phone out doing price checks and comp checks when I'm out in some, and cause it's like, what's the etiquette? Is it rude? Is it okay? I'm kind of a reseller in addition to being a collector. So some of the stuff, it's kind of going off of a little bit of knowledge. Some of the stuff, like I said, I did do some quick comps on to look at before I grabbed it, but all in all, for what I paid for everything, which was, I don't know, 30, $40 or something like that. At I don't, not even that. I mean, the shirt was $1, two, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 16, 20. I think I'm maybe in the $30 range for everything I just showed. Again, there's a couple items on here that could pay for all of that, plus put profit in, and then everything else will be profit on there. The big disappointment is now that I'm home and I've looked at those two VHS a little bit better. They look like they're resealed, which does not give them any value as compared to factory sealed brand new. So that's learn from your mistakes. If you're out there sourcing, whether it's at a yard sale, thrift store, buying off of someone, if you're going to pay up, take the time to look at it and make sure it's good. Like, shoes, you see them authenticating them all the time, making sure they're not reprints or reproductions or Chinese knockoffs. But when it comes to games, VHS tapes, things like that, make sure the seal is legit. If you pay up, again, I didn't take the full amount of time because I didn't have to pay up. I got those at really, really low, cheap prices. So, but it is what it is. So that's the haul for today, and probably going to be the haul for a little while. Got some other stuff going on behind the scenes that's a little bit more priority. And there's nothing that I have immediately on the horizon that I want to buy. So the need for that pocket money is not as high right now. But it's nice to continue posting stuff to keep the eBay and the other site stores active, to try to get those daily sales flowing through and having that pocket money. Everything that I paid for, none of it was out of my pocket, like money that I would normally use to pay the bills and stuff like that. Everything that I spent today was money that I made off of other resales. So I'm already on the positive side of things, regardless of what happens with these, whether they sell for what I think they are going to or not. I'm already in the positive. So smooth sailing, but I'm not rolling in the dough by any means. I'm not one of these guys that are already out there making six figures a year reselling. This is a side hustle for me. But I appreciate you all hanging out, watching the video, checking out what I'm finding and what I'm putting up. Always put in the comments stuff that you guys are finding. What's a good deal? What was a horrible deal? Any other advice that you might have. I thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. It definitely helps me out as I build the channel and do more things with it. Turn the bell on if you want notifications when more videos come out. And good luck out there yourselves with your buying, your reselling, and your collecting. I appreciate y'all. Have a great day.